Guys, Friday. Hell yeah. What are we looking at today? Free speech. Now that is even something the fucking snowflake libtards are now going after. And can't make this shit up. In order to have free speech, we have to get rid of all conservative talk. Okay. Hitler would be proud of you people. Long weekend for some. I don't know. I probably won't be taking the time off. Another one from Thrid Street Brewing. Free speech. Hey, Shobs. What's going on? This one a little heftier. 5.5, but still. Only halfway to the grade. Just lay down wherever. I can work around you. Okay, well, it's a red ale, so, at least this one is close. I've had kind of has a little bit of the smell of an Oktoberfest beer. Okay, cheers. Catching up on some comments too at the same time, because my prediction yesterday was right. I read one comment and we adiosed ourselves, and then there was 3 more from the Crazy Scotsman, who will be my guest next week on Blog Radio. Cheers. Well, it may have it has a little bit of that Oktoberfest kind of maltiness to it, but it doesn't quite go all the way there. It stays, kind of dances right on the edge. Okay, the Crazy Scotsman on the catch-up, 3 on sanity break. All I gotta say is legs. Crazy Scotsman, I got something aggressive for those two. Crazy Scotsman, that's not a fair bet for some of us. I'm not sure what that was. The first for the one from Goose Island, the coach, was Nihap. Then Ben N, saying first, but actually second. Then Ben, first to say first, but really second. Stephen Bush with an unhappy face, punch, an eggplant, and something. J-Dog, here was there. Yeah, J-Dog was over last night on his, stopped over a couple hours before he had to be at work. Hung out and built an AR-15. I'm not sure if that's a surprise, so I won't say anything. So he picked up the goodies that he won, and did a little bartering with him, because in all honesty, I can't be accused of backing out and changing my mind, but right now, leaning heavily. You've seen this one that I got from Eric. Some people say it's like what happens when a meat cleaver meets a Tanto style, and this evidently was a very popular knife in the man cans. It's all gone, and of course when I did my video, I guess a shit ton of people went over there and inquired about this, but it was a limited run, and so if you didn't get one when you had the opportunity, you're not going to get one. Or are you? One person might. We'll see, because this one is mine. And this one is also now mine. So now there's 2 of them. So it's either greed, keep it for myself, and just put it on the shelf, and when I maybe carry that one a lot more aggressively, and when something happens, I have a backup. Or I don't do another one of those clickbait videos. What the fuck? That is, honestly, I have to say that is probably one of the dumbest comments. Really, clickbait? Isn't the whole goal to get people to come and watch your videos? So if you accuse someone of clickbait, that means it just didn't meet the expectations for what your little riddling, pathetic mind wanted. So, this, the possibility is to use it to raise some money for that man. Still thinking about it. And J-Dog also gave a donation to the giveaway rifle. In its present configuration, I'm not exactly sure what to do, but I can definitely throw them in the box. I think they are G10 scales for the key mod. Melania, come hither. So, you know, a possible scenario where you put them on and you can do top or left, right, and bottom. So, still no word. Thanks, J-Dog. And it was It was fun hanging out. We definitely have to get out and do some shooting. So either way, I have to make sure put that in the pile for the next update, which needs to be done sooner than later. J-Dog, laugh out loud. Yeah, if I had unlimited funds, my gun room would look a lot like the loading zone from the Matrix. And I'd have tanks even if I don't fit in them. Zeus, you ever watch any helicopter hog hunting videos? Question mark. That shit's very entertaining. Hogs are also a big reason to carry a rifle or a shotgun around these parts. Yeah, I don't have to worry about that. Actually, I have not seen a hog hunting video. There was a video out showing feral sheep. I can't remember where the hell this is, but this company was the one that purchased the 2 JP 556 guns, and basically the helicopter and the pilot and then 2 shooters with 4 rifles fly around all day long and shoot sheep. And basically the reason for 2 is when one rifle gets too hot to even hold, they switch to the other one, and it was something like I don't remember if it was a year or 2 years. I think it was 2 years as of when this video was made, of basically every day shooting these rifles until you can't hold them, switching to the other one and doing the same thing all day long. And these JP rifles were still shooting the same groups that they did when they were new. J-Dog, I'd have to agree. For really long distance, I want the 408 or the 375 Shytech, then maybe the 338 Lapua Magnum. Did I say 407? I meant 408. That round, the Shytech round, basically they build a rifle somewhat based on, well, they use like the chassis of the is it the Windrunner 50 BMG, and then they convert it over with their barrels, and they make one hell of a projectile. I mean, it's all about how far and how accurate they can push it. Stephen Bush, if you won the lottery, you'd get a Barrett. Wouldn't you get a few Barretts? Yeah, probably. Stephen Bush, I'll give you my glycemic load. Stephen Bush, well, I might have found the right company to make my inside the waistband. I'm sure you have like 7 for a G19/23. I'll wait for it to come in the mail. I know. Actually, it's my jammy gun right now. I have the Incog. That's like one of the only holsters I actually have for the G19/23. And the one that Pete made me. So I have an inside the waistband and I have an outside the waistband. Most of them are all for that 26 or 27. Salty Shellback. I'm just here hoping to see some skin. It's bikini season, you know. I know. Trees are blowing. Don. Holy moly. Is the balloons in that pic? Look. Is that balloons in that picture? Oh, there's a revolver also. Home Runner. Your show is freedom of speech. Cheers. Yeah. Just in case, you throw out some clickbait. Let me make this short and simple. It's my fucking channel. It's my video, and I'll put whatever fucking title I want on it. Clickbait? You're just a pussy. All these people, it all started off great, but it always goes the same way. All these basement dwellers pop up out of nowhere, and one person's like, well, you might want to try a different title. No, you might want to go fuck yourself. Ed, what a beautiful set of pillows to lay my head on. Laugh out loud. Wade, beg ring that papa. Isn't vodka old potato juice? For that matter, aren't all liquors just fermented juice? Oh, God, yeah, thumbs that up. Yeah, I'll bring that up with Chris in a little bit. Wade? DFC. Speaking of notifications, I'm subbed to the Yankee Marshal and have notifications on like you. I get freaking email every time he takes a dump, for God's sakes. I get jack squat. See, I've tried to bring this up, but yet someone like Chuck just wants to say, well, you gotta think of the other alternative. Nobody wants to watch your shit. Yeah, maybe I'd give you that, but, like, really? Like, a whole bunch of us, like, noticed the same basically the week after. It's like, what is wrong with the views? Yeah. Like I said, I'm willing to concede, maybe, but, I never had a break over, even though I have a lot more fun over here, and I'm having a lot more fun over there because I'm doing a lot more of the stuff that I want to. It's just been so busy lately and trying to find the time, and if the powers that be and the one of our primary guys that we work for does follow this from time to time, so if he happens to catch this one, that whole maybe you could work more hours. Maybe we could just stay on one project and just get that one knocked out. That's what we'd like. I digress. But yeah. So you're just another one, DFC. You're just another one that I hear from that I don't get notifications from you anymore. Every time I go over, I'm not subbed to you anymore. Mr. Holster 2, 3, 4. Thank God, back on track. You'll be happy with this one too. Now, am I screwing this up or not? Aunt Keck, K-E-C, Aunt. You haven't corrected me, so I don't know if I'm right or wrong. So sexy was his comment. Thank you. Oh, there's another one from him. Not you. The babe in the purple is sexy. Shit. Aunt Keck, again. Sexy women are even much more sexier when they pose with firearms. Oof, yeah. Sorry, Izzo. I remember I brought this over today. I was going to do something different tomorrow, but I really want to take a look at this. About a year ago, when I say we, I mean me, looked at Scotty Karate from Dark Horse. Well, today I was over hanging out with my buddies Nick and Andy. I ran across Andy at the Bent Paddle festivities or whatever the hell it was, and I saw this one and I had to pick it up. A Scottish ale, just missing the mark at 9.75 JR10 Desert Gold. But this is their. This is actually a batch of that beer from a year ago that has been barrel aged. So barrel aged Scottish ale. I want to take a look at this one tomorrow. I wish if that came in a 6er, I would have gotten it, but that was like a single only and not a very cheap one. Josh FJ55 Arm Pig. Clickbait title? Whatever. All the content on the channel is clickbait. It's advertising. Every ad out there is clickbait. Frackin' half-wits. Josh again. For all those that don't know, frackin' was used as a reference to in the newest Battlestar Galactica series. Yes, sir. Yes, it was. Josh again. You deserve to be dead, ? Interesting. Do they know something we don't? Is it better on the other side and they are wishing you well? You know, yeah. I like, you know, I love Josh. He always looks for the better. That, you know, yeah, you're probably right. This person probably has died and realized that over there, not only do they have firearms and cookies, but maybe they have craft beer that 12% is the minimum. Brad Thomas. Sugar and starch are the enemies. Very low carb cut out all the sugar. No bread, no potato. That's not gonna work, Brad. No potatoes. I'm freaking Irish, man. No sweets. Cook meat, eggs. Eat cheese. Keep the carb count below 20 all day. Eat as much chicken, beef, fish, and no carb food as you want, and you will lose weight guaranteed. It is not easy to do unless you prepare the meals in advance, but I lost 43 pounds in 4 months. Drink a lot of water too. Make that a lifestyle and you'll be good. Crash diets don't work because you can't eat much of anything. This, I don't know if I'd call this a crash diet, Brad. Maybe. I mean, he calls it the reboot, and that's exactly what it is. It is, for us, it is an opportunity to like go, we need to redo things. You know, it's like Control Alt Delete boom on your computer, man. It's an opportunity to like lose a bunch of weight, start over, see things in a different light. So I mean, I realize you may not be referring to this, just your reference to crash diets. Basically, this isn't a diet. This is a momentary blip in life, a little pause, a little reboot. And like I've said multiple times, there's a whole bunch of shit that we're following his basically his 20-day plan. And there's a whole bunch of stuff where you say, I am never gonna have that like that again. But man, you take like I said, the one with the kale and the leek and the garlic and all that. Hell yeah, take stuff. We're just taking stuff that we're learning and moving forward after that. But I will agree 100% on one thing Brad said, and that's preparing. Part of the rut or the downward spiral that we get into is not prepared. Typically, like every frickin' day. So what do you want to have for dinner tonight? I don't know. Pizza? I don't know. What do you want me to grab on the way home? I don't know. You need to sit down with a frickin' calendar and a notepad and plan out, like 2 weeks worth of stuff, and then get what you need. Just gonna say Aunt. On a more serious note, God bless our military, and let's keep in our prayers those and their families that made the ultimate sacrifice to defend our freedoms. That we have today, God bless. Absolutely, amen to that. God bless that. This weekend is all about remembering and celebrating and not letting, as soon as you forget, that's when it's gone. But as long as you keep remembering, and that's showing respect for the men and women that have made that ultimate sacrifice to protect this country. Unfortunately, it's just another institution being torn down by libtards. I mean, look at the total disdain that Democrats have for our military. What do you idiots think would happen if Obama's presidency is pretty much proof of what happens when you let the military go. First of all, I doubt you're going to find very many people in the military that would endorse Obama. Since I have contact with a whole lot of them, and I won't mention any names, I can tell you there are some that are very open and will flat out say it on blog radio that Obama was the worst thing for our country, and there was no respect in the military for him because he was a wimp. See the total editing I did with my brain to my lips. Obama is a total wimp. He was the biggest pussy president we have ever had. I am positive that man could make it all the way around so he could kiss his own ass, because he is good at it. It's too loud, you're too old. At least the crazy Scotsman got it. Damn, Mr. Holster. Laugh out loud, cheers. Catch you tonight at showtime. Absolutely. Hope you call. Gillian 426. I'm here. 13th thumbs up. Thank you. Melinda Spears. Hey, B&E Brew Reviews. I love your video. You didn't watch it. I know this comment is marked as spam, and it was. That's because it contains a link. Could you please check out this video? And the video was to a new way of online shopping. We reviewing. They've had 1,243 views, probably because they've gone around and promoted other people. I'll watch the video. So Gillian 426. I would like to get a 50 BMG rifle one day if I had the money. They're interesting, but it's really a toy that blows shit up. Gillian 426. Thank you all. Sharky 762. Some fuckers aren't worth it. Like that just a decade guy in New York. Hell, a salad and good side dishes with ribs just adds to the wild rib thing. One just can't fix stupid. No, you can't fix stupid. Jonathan, have a great Memorial Day weekend, everyone. Cheers. Mr. Holster, pathetic. The two best utilitarian firearms on the planet, and she has never shot one. She needs to. Yes, she does. I mean, I don't know why not. They both hold lots of ammo, and she knows absolutely nothing about how to stop shooting. That's why I've never put the 60 round in her AR. Smile money. Pete has not done a cooking video for quite some time. In fact, he has not done a shooting video for almost as long. He is too busy making all these holsters. I have 2 of them. Try to encourage him to do more of them every chance I get. Or I try to encourage him. So do I. Because Pete's holsters are fucking awesome. I mean, I'd be honest with Pete. Pete, your holster is shit. If that was the case. I absolutely love Pete's holster. I'm not a big fan of outside the waistband holsters, but I used Pete's holster for, a week straight with the G19, and have absolutely no complaints about it. I just decided that, okay, if I'm going to go outside the waistband with this gun, out of curiosity, what would it be like if I went with probably one of the heaviest in my carry lineup, and that's the 5906, and I actually had it out because I was going to give it a good cleaning. It's I don't think it's been cleaned the last 2 times that it's been out and it's been shot, and now of course it has dust and all sorts of shit on it because it's gone to work with me. Oh look, my finger was in the trigger. Oh. Nothing seems to happen when I push forward though. So using the alien gear, but by hands down my favorite holster for the Walther PPS, and I have a shit ton of holsters for the Walther PPS, and the only one I go back to is Pete's. Disappears on my side. The belt clip is what I want. I need to check out that one that Jay recommended. But as a side note, Pete has made me a holster for the FN57, and it is in the mail. He actually video chatted the other day and was giving me some options, and he had some really fucking awesome, totally awesome kydex that had some knights on it, like standing and holding a sword, and had a color streak running down it. But he said that he couldn't get it to line up, and it just looked stupid. It just didn't work for that particular gun. Needed to be in something a little bit wider so that you could get the knight in the right spot. The only place that he could put it was right down the seam, and he said it just kind of looked like the knight had a huge penis or something like that, he said. So I think he went with the carbon fiber, which also looked badass. So he's like, I hope it works out, because being that I have the blue gun, but I don't actually have a blue gun with the 6-inch threaded barrel and barrel protector on it, I kind of just have to improvise, and I'm sure it'll be fine. So that, and of course I talked to Jay at Elite Ammunition daily he's a good friend, and I really wish we were closer. And I mean, it's a perk that he's the 5'7" guy, but he is, any of you guys that, well, Miguel and Christopher got a chance to meet him. You know that he's a upfront, stand-up guy, and he's a fucking nut job. And I'm a fucking nut job, so we get along very good. He's just a sick prick that loves firearms and has skill set. So, yeah, I mean, at least on the scheme of things, being that you have to go all the way through Wisconsin and then get to him, he's only like 45 minutes. I think it was like 45 minutes south of Christopher, Alone with Company. The last comment, I'm going to hit the refresh button and see if it's too loud or too old pops up, but was Mr. Holster. I made it 52 minutes. That is 52 minutes of my life I'll never get back again. I understand. See, that's why when I do it, almost nobody complains if I do a frickin' video that's an hour long. And I know you guys don't have the time. I know a bunch of you literally watch it start to finish. I can make a comment in the middle, the end, 3/4 of the way, and if I'm like, if you've made it this far, type red thong, and there's a bunch of you that sit and watch the whole thing. I appreciate that, but I honestly don't expect people to, tune in, watch a little bit, fast forward, find out what I thought of the beer, well, blah blah blah. I get it. I mean, I'm really busy. I have a hard time. As a matter of fact, when J-Dog was over here, and again, I'd be J-Dog. I'd be happy to refer to you by name, and I don't know if you like the shorter version or if you like the birth certificate version, but for privacy, I always until I know more what people want. So of course, if he wants to come shoot, he's got his own damn channel, so it's not like it's all a mystery. But yeah, and I've run across and talked to him several times. I know where he lives. I do maintenance. Me and Greg are like the primary maintenance for the big shit, not the little shit. We got a guy that takes care of the little stuff. But anything big that happens, like when someone moves out and we need to flip one of the residents, we're the ones that do it. And I always, at every opportunity I get to get in there, I just like to. I know where he lives, and I like go up to the door and like pretend I'm licking the door handle or hold my gun out and take a selfie, and then I send it to him. And then of course sneak away in case he's home. But yeah, he's another one that he's a tall motherfucker. Just about hit the tubes of the fluorescent fixtures. So, but nice guy, another like-minded demented thinker. Hitting the refresh button. Oh my God! We got Joey Cuz and 3, which means I'm missing one from the Crazy Scotsman. Joey Cuz last. Nope. Crazy Scotsman beat your ass. Crazy Scotsman. Now, those are some airbags. Talk about protection, hell yeah. Crazy Scotsman. The question is, what load is she carrying? Crazy Scotsman. Also, is that Full Metal Jacket or hollow points? Hit the refresh button again. You for some reason, Crazy Scotsman, you always seem to hit up 4. I don't know if there's like some, one of those turn around and tap something 4 times things, or... I didn't get a chance to get to it yesterday, but I got the 2 upgrades done to the 2 rifles. First is Project Overkill, which isn't quite as overkill anymore. I'll probably slowly do some upgrades to her. It's a about the only thing special about the lower on this is it has my my trigger, the trigger that was in my my Justin rifle. So it's a 2-stage, and it breaks at 3.5 pounds, and it has a really nice reset. So I put that in there. Other than that, a lot of you suggested that the Mission First was a good stock for this setup. Basically, a bench, a long distance 22. But you take the you pop the bipod off of here, and which is a little bit more detailed because you gotta like take the screw loose, and then it grabs a hold of the little knob. I mean, it's not like it's a quick on and quick off scenario. I mean, I could do something like that, but even with it on it, it's certainly not a heavy rifle. I mean, it's a bull barrel, so obviously there's more steel there, but it's all taken care of by the O2 light from Odinworks. But you know, I basically kind of made it as a 22 bench gun. If I just want to do the running gun thing, I got the Ruger 1022 in the ATI chassis. So, and if you're also good at keeping track of what I have and have not done to my firearms, just because it just sort of looked ridiculous, and I don't know how much it really matters, is I took the long sunshade off of it. This scope also has a long sunshade, and it like literally almost goes to the end of the handguard, and I just decided to skip that. The only one is the one that's on the BMG 50, and that whole thing is going bye-bye. I did get the return shipping label. I'll print that off, get that packaged up, and I'll get that in the mail on Monday, going back to Bushnell. And they said, Travis at Bushnell said, put in a detailed letter of everything you've gone through, and he wants to see about getting me upgraded, possibly to a Bushnell Elite Tactical Scope for it, which would be cool. Which, not to sound like a dick, but they should, because I don't want another one of these scopes. Now, having said that, this millet is the exact model that is on the BMG 50, and rotation on this is fine. It's definitely a caliber related thing. It is not a use thing. It is the kaboom that happens with that one. This scope has a hell of a lot more shots past it in a 30 cal, because this is the one that was on the Mosin Nagant, and now it's over here. So I'm not gonna knock the millet scope, but I will tell you the millet scope is not recommended for a bolt BMG 50. Maybe a semi-automatic, because I know that scope shows up on if you do a top 10 best budget scopes, best bang for the buck for a BMG 50, this scope shows up on all of those lists. So the rifle that Ammohead 73 wants more than oxygen, this one, I didn't like the OD green, so I swapped the OD green grip out for a black one. So that's the poop. So basically, Anyone that thinks I'm racist, you can go fuck yourself, because I just converted these fully over to black. And that's right, J-Dog, he was like, he was impressed. He was impressed with the Hyperfire trigger, as you should be. It is hands down the best AR platform trigger you could ever put your finger on. Until you want to have some work done, that's the only way you're going to get a better trigger. So yeah, back in black, baby. So I listened to you guys on the recommendation and went with the black Mission First Tactical on Project not quite as overkill anymore, because I stole her lower, but they're close. Okay, gotta go get dinner, and getting close. Go hang out with John for a little while before Blog Radio. Travis, DJ Alkaline 1. Yeah, until I taper back off of the whole juice thing, I can tell you that you do a bunch of 5, 6, 7, and more percenters and touch any whiskey at all. That it's like, hello. If these I can't even talk anymore. You know what I'm saying, guys? Free speech. Red Ale from 3rd Street Brewhouse. Yeah. See that? How I tossed that like that? That looked cool as it was coming at you. Oh, I forgot to turn the 3D camera on. Is a little bit like an Oktoberfest with a little bit more of an edginess, and a lot of Oktoberfest kind of, I don't know, it might be the wrong thought, but they kind of go in the direction of like pumpkin, kind of an aftertaste, and this doesn't quite do that. I would. This is another one from them I'd get again, and I'm gonna give her an 8.5. Markup. And tomorrow we're gonna look at the Scottish Ale, and go have some juice or something really good. I mean, it's not like I wouldn't want bacon or a prime rib right now. So
9 more days, 9 more days. No, actually, I lied. 14 more days. Just remember, it was your suggestion to do a 15-day juice.
how do you keep track of this shit? We're supposed to do it for 15 days, and we started like last weekend, and we have 14 days to go?
Well, I'm talking about the transition out, too, because you still can't do bacon and stuff like that.
Well, I know, but the full juice thing is like 9 days. Yeah. 8 after. Kind of like 7 after the day after tomorrow, and then only 6 after Monday.
Yeah.
Cheers, guys, and I will see you tomorrow. We'll look at that barrel-aged Scottish Ale. Shelby, you want to say hi?
I was just outside in the garden.
She's outside in the garden. She's my baby. Oh, she's my baby. Oh. Give Daddy a kiss. Can I have a kiss?
Just slurp. Give me slurp. Slurp. Slurp a kiss.
Have a kiss? Have a kiss?
No slurps? What the hell?
Oh, yes. You good girl? Okay, guys. Cheers, and we will see you tomorrow.
Cheers, Lars.
Personally, Lars is a prick.
No, he's not.
He is a prick.
You don't know that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he is.
Let me think about that. No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
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 There you go.